Most founders think they need to post more content. What they actually need is a strategy behind the content they're creating. There's so much advice about hacks and algorithms that people forget how simple content can actually be when the strategy is right. So today, I'm taking you behind the scenes of a content shoot with one of our clients who has amassed over 1 million views since we started working together. And in the video, I share a simple strategy we use with founders to create content that actually converts. If you're new here, I'm Bernard. I've been storytelling through content for over a decade. And now, I help founders turn their expertises into authority building content online.
Back in the city where the lights stay wild. Bass hit heavy, got a club on trial. Shorty too bad, got a dangerous smile. On the headline, maybe not just a stop. Pull up clean, no stress on me. Wrist on cold, neck like sea. Boys talk tough, but they fold on beat. I don't play fair, just play elite. Late night text, like where you at? Told her on the way, I move like
I had
breaks, no
one of
cap.
those.
I'm built
Are they good?
to
Yeah, it's very good.
Told her bed for don't sleep till sunrise, ride with me.
So how would you create content that actually converts into clients?
Good question. When you say that actually converts, what do you mean by that specifically?
Like when you create a piece of content and you have some sort of offer that you want to sell, like how does that content get you clients and make people want to buy your stuff?
For sure. Okay. Let's use you as an example, right? So what do you actually do?
Me, I help, entrepreneurs and business owners with their communications and relationships.
Okay, awesome. When you say communication and relationships, what specifically about that?
I guess some of them, like, they lack confidence when it comes to connecting with people. They really struggle to open up and express themselves.
And why would that be useful?
Because they feel alone and isolated and honestly disconnected from people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, understanding that, then what does their life look like?
Their life looks like quite lonely, isolating. They don't really have much friends. They don't really have much like fulfilling relationships in their life. You know, that's the thing that they really lack.
Yep. And is it something they're like craving?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. That's why they reach out.
Cool. And is that specifically like for like friends or is it for a relationship?
It's honestly for both because people are sort of lacking close friendships as well as like intimate, like romantic relationships as well.
Okay, cool. So what do you think the pain points of your clients are?
I guess they're not sure if people will like them. They're unsure about that.
Yep.
They have anxiety when it comes to meeting people sometimes. Maybe because they just fear that people would judge them. They just don't feel like a lovable person. Like they feel ugly, you know. That's what I would say.
Okay, cool. So what would be the dream outcome of your ideal client?
Honestly, the dream outcome for my ideal client is to have friends that really like them for who they are and honestly find like a romantic, loving relationship with them.
Cool.
That's pretty much it.
And how do you do that?
I guess through the way that I help them, my offer.
Amazing. So if you can tie all those three things in, so pain points, dream outcome, through your main offer,
Yep.
you create content around that, around those three things. If you hit those with your ideal client in mind, that's when you create content that converts.
Wow. That honestly helped me. That was like, wow, like when you put it like that,
What?
it's so simple.
Yep.
You know, I already knew that, but it's like, it's almost like I needed someone to externalize it and just tell me.
For sure, man. I think the biggest quote that I always tell all my clients is that you imagine yourself in a bottle, right? Like let's say, for example, a Coke bottle, a glass bottle. Now, you can't read the label from the inside. You need another perspective to be able to see your perspective from the outside. So that's the only way that you're able to see your blind spots. So that's why I believe that coaching is so crucial to help people level up in life, because you can only see as much as you know. What you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. Thanks
That's
for
so
coming.
nice. Good to see you.
Thank you. Likewise.
This is Darius Brian.
Nice to meet you,
Nice
Darius.
to meet you. Come in.
So this is the set.
So what are we helping with this client for?
So we're helping her generate her ideal clients, which is really, really cool because Branka is like the best in the industry in Perth. So we're just making sure her messaging is just hitting the right audience. I like the ideas. I really like
Thanks.
them. Yeah.
Well, I won't like it. I've written it down just for me to kind of
Yeah.
be like, this is what I'm going to
Roughly.
talk about, roughly. But yeah, I don't want to read off script because
Yeah.
again,
No, good idea.
not good for me.
Yeah, for sure. Even just your own content creation processes since like working together.
Yeah, look, I think it's definitely made me want to step it up a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Because obviously you've got these amazing reels and you can't just share one amazing reel a week and then be like, sorry, that's it.
Definitely.
And you hope for the best. So I think, having done some of the personal development I have and some of the workshops with Steph and Tim, in terms of social media content and just personal brand and all that sort of stuff, that's been really, really helpful as well as obviously all of this. But then also just having, someone in your corner who's cheering you on in the background. It's cute, like it's a nice little perk to have.
Definitely.
And it just makes you go, oh yeah, cool, good job. Because, and people say this and it's true, like it's lonely at the top.
It is, yeah.
And when you've got people who are there cheering you on or who are wanting you to succeed too, like it makes a difference and it makes you want to keep going.
100%. Sometimes you have these challenges with audio that you sometimes don't have like the most quietest of spaces, so it gets interrupted. So it's very important to clear the space of any distractions or audio just to make sure the talent is comfortable in front of the camera. Have you ever had someone try to plan a wedding without a wedding plan?
Well, in the last couple of weeks, it has commented. I had a planner. I hope from our through the point. There was just like, what to kind of
For sure.
Okay. This, like, what do I say that? Like, most other vendors but I'm happy to start off.
How you finding it so far?
Pretty good, yeah.
Learning a lot?
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah. Is it okay up there?
Yeah.
Okay,
No, I don't know where it is.
Are you happy with the colours?
Yeah.
Can you just sit into just
This
there in
one?
the middle? Yeah, in the middle one. I just want to
Oh,
sit
this
all
Middle.
middle.
I need to be able to sit here, I need to bring these forward.
Yeah, okay.
So I need to sit on one that I can bring forward.
Okay.
You get me? So like they come
What does it
forward.
look like? Cool.
Yeah, so then I
Something-
can sit
Yeah,
back
sounds good. Let's do
and
that.
be comfortable as
Perfect.
opposed to having to like
Sounds good.
balance myself.
Let's do that. I'll bring my tripod.
Okay.
Okay, so you've been in the wedding industry for how long now?
Coming up to 10 years, so almost a decade.
And you've seen it shift and evolve over time, right?
Yeah.
So this is our second shoot with Branka from Blonde and Blue. And on the shoot, we realized that the best way to deliver her message is by asking the right questions. So what we did with Branka is we cued her specific questions around topics that she wanted to talk about. Now this content just naturally positioned her as the expert and authority in the wedding industry. The one thing that she has over many other founders is that she has this thing called the X Factor. Now, people that have the X Factor can just show up in front of camera and just talk from a place of wisdom, experience, and knowledge. And those founders are the ones that have had over 10 years of experience working with clients, being in the industry, and also just developing the right skills to be able to communicate their expertises, which makes creating content so much easier. The advantage that Branka has is that she understands and she knows herself. She knows who she's for, and she also understands who she's not for. So when she communicates, she only speaks to her dream clients. So understanding how Branka communicates to her dream clients and her ideal clients, it's really, really important to understand what their pain points are. What are their dream outcomes? Where are they at in terms of the buying psychology before they choose to work with someone like Branka? So understanding all this information, we cue the right questions to ask Branka, and when she delivers the message, she makes sure she hits all those pain points and she speaks to her dream client. She really visualizes that before she speaks. Whenever her dream client watches the content, they're able to connect with her on such a deep level because they're like, wow, Branka understands me, understands where I'm at, and understands where I want to go. So the right content is hitting all these pillars. That's how we create content that converts into clients. That's so cool the couches do that.
Yeah. Yeah, because not everyone likes to we like to lie down on these ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
so
like
that's
so much.
the hard part.
Definitely,
So I
definitely.
don't know. We shall see.
For sure.
But let me know how you.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I definitely will.
Yeah, whenever you're ready. Thank you so much. Have a good
job.
day.
Take
Thank
care.
you. So
Bye-bye.
nice to meet you.
Ooh. Very bright. All right, so filming done with Branka from Blonde and Blue. She's an absolute superstar in front of the camera. Makes our job so much easier because she could just naturally be herself in front of camera, and we don't need to really guide her too much, which makes our job much easier. So I think the biggest thing with working with talent like that is making sure that, number one, they know what they want to be talking about, you understand what their angle is, and then also allowing them to be super comfortable and themselves in front of camera. So once that's the foundation, you can literally create like some of the most epic, natural, authentic content. It is very important to have a level of self-awareness when it comes to creating content, because if you don't understand yourself, you don't understand your ideal clients, how will you ever communicate effectively through that? So before you get anyone to help you out with creating content, make sure you ask yourself the right questions. If you do need help with understanding this, reach out through the DMs. I'm more than happy to help. If you enjoyed this kind of behind the scenes breakdown, make sure to subscribe and let me know what you'd like to see from more when it comes to founder-led content.